What's going on, boys and girls of YouTube? It is your favorite commentary Nasty here today with another commentary. Today I'm going to be talking about internet connection, something I've brought up in many of my videos but never gone really in depth into. So today I'm going to be talking about how internet connection really affects your gaming, and I'm just going to go really in depth. I'm going to talk about the details of internet connection, things like that. But before we get into that, I have a few announcements to make. Since I haven't really posted a video, like a real video, I know I did the Games Cast about a week or so ago, and that is going to be a weekly series. It's going to be a weekly podcast. I'm going to be talking about things, different things in the gaming community, whether it be esports or just random gaming, but it is going to be pertaining to gaming. I would say it's mostly going to be esports, and then here and there I might, since I'm really interested in Valve, I'm a huge Valve fan, I might be talking about Valve, I might be talking about Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto 5, things like that, but mostly esports. And I believe next week's episode is going to be about esports, what's going on in the esports world, what's going on with musical chairs and on the pro teams, things like that. But some announcements I have to make. First of all, I did get partnered. I have recently received my partnership with Fullscreen. They are similar to Machinima and similar to TGN in that they do partner with people and they do pay. So I'm officially a partnered YouTube channel. That is great. I believe I mentioned it in the last week's episode of the Gamescast, but it was very brief. But I really wanted to get into it. This video will make my huge, major announcement. So I love Fullscreen. I've always been a fan of their creators, and I've always been a fan of them in general. So I'm happy to be partnered with them. I'm hoping to see great things with them in the future. Another major announcement. If you follow me on Twitter, I make all these announcements. I mean, all my major announcements go first to Twitter, and then I make them on YouTube probably like a month later. But I'm no longer part of Zero Gravity. They were my team for UMG Atlanta. We ended up placing 31st, which was much better than I expected. So the reason it wasn't personal, nothing personal. It was just business. The team wasn't getting along, and we weren't going where we were supposed to. So I decided to leave along with Gammy, and then after that, Absolute left. So I believe it's just Fusion right now, and he's trying to gather people. I mean, I'm still friends with Fusion overall. I still talk to him just a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't working out. So I ended up leaving Zero Gravity. I'm a free agent. I am looking for a team for Columbus and possibly Dallas. The deal with Dallas, I don't know. I might go to it if I can get a team in time. I might go, and I'm only gonna go if I know we actually are going to make top 20. If we don't have a shot at top 20, I'm not going to Dallas. But regardless, I am gonna try to go to Columbus because I do want to go to an MLG event. So I'm gonna be trying to go to Columbus. That's where my main focus is. So that's pretty much the major announcements for now. Having me having left Zero Gravity and being partnered with Fullscreen. On to the main part of the video, which is internet connection. So I want to start off with saying that you see internet, the internet providers. There's Comcast, there's AT&T, there's Verizon with their Fios, Google with their Google Fiber, there's Cox, there's Charter. There's so many cable providers across the country. And the most common thing you see them do with advertising is you see them advertise internet speed. That let's say Fios is 4 times as faster than their competitor AT&T Uverse, and that Xfinity is 5 times faster than Uverse. You'll see all those things. You see one's faster than the other. But here's the thing you don't see them advertise. You don't see them advertise quality. We have more quality internet than our competitor. You will not disconnect with our internet compared to AT&T Uverse. Things like that. You only see speed. Now, speed's great. Speed's fine. I like speed. I like being able to upload fast. I like being able to download fast. That's great. But where I'm mainly concerned is with A, ping, and B, just general quality. Now let's start off with ping. Ping, what is ping? Ping is how fast you can connect to a host. So let's say you are playing in a game, and let's say you have a ping of like 200, that's crazy high. Just quit if you have a 200 ping. But there are people that play with 200 ping, and they do great. Don't feel discouraged if you have a higher ping. That just means your internet quality isn't as great, but it doesn't matter because this is Black Ops and anybody can do anything with internet connection. But if you have a 200 ping, let's say the host has a 10 ping, most likely the host is going to be able to two-shot you more often than you are able to two-shot him. And here is the reason why. The host is in present time. He's in present time within the game. And you, as a player with your 200 ping, you're trying to connect to the host. So now, since you have a 200 ping, your connection to the host is going to be slightly off. There's going to be a delayed time between things that are going on your game, things that are going in the host game. So your Xbox is pinging to the host Xbox, so it's sending so the host signal is constantly sending signals to other Xboxes and back to his Xbox. So if the host has a high ping, most likely the quality of the game isn't going to be as well. If he has, let's say the host has 100 ping, it's going to take a while. It's going to take longer for the host to send out a signal to the players than it would be if the host had a 10 ping. So that's going to cause internet issues. Now, I believe I already talked about this in other videos, host issues and things like that. But this is I'm more elaborating on this than I did in the past. So with that, if you do have a higher ping, you're going to experience more lag issues and you're going to get two-shot more often. But let's say you have a higher ping. Let's say you have a 10 ping. I average anywhere from an 8 to 10 ping, which that's incredible. You have a host that has a higher ping than you. More likely, you're going to be able to kill the host faster. You're maybe going to be able to get more 2 shots, more 3 shots on him than you would if you had a higher ping and the host had a lower ping. Now, the reason for that is because you're able to connect to the host faster than other players are. So in the host game, it shows you are able to kill him faster than other players are. And the main reason for that is because the other player's ping is so high. On his screen, he's able to see you. You're able to see the host faster than other players are. So it appears that you're more of a warrior compared to other people in the game. So that's the deal with ping. Ping means a lot. To get better ping, you need better quality internet. And to get better quality internet, honestly, you got to get a better cable provider. And you see, most cable providers across the country don't advertise quality. Now, quality is a big issue in this country. Our internet connection in this country is actually not one of the worst, but we're probably smack dab in the middle. I don't think we're great, but we're not bad. Probably best countries for internet, I would say either are Canada, Israel. I think Israel has #1 world internet connection. Believe it or not, Israel has fantastic internet connection. So if you want to be able to smack randoms in pubs, go move to Israel. Yeah, that's my main advice for you. But other than that, that's the deal with ping. And then we move on to issue number 2. I don't believe I said this before. I meant to say bandwidth. Bandwidth is issue number 2. Bandwidth in this country is horrible. And I would say mainly because of Netflix. Netflix requires a whole ton of bandwidth to be able to stream movies. So if you stream movies, you're taking up bandwidth. Now, if you live in a neighborhood like me or a community like me, your area has a shared bandwidth. So the more people that are on the internet, the less quality the internet will be, and the more laggy everything will be. So let's say there's like 15, 20 people in the neighborhood watching Netflix. Your internet connection is going to just die. It's going to lag. So maybe it might not be if, say, you reboot your router and your modem, you're still having internet problems. It's because of the bandwidth. People are watching Netflix. People are downloading things in your area. It's bandwidth issues, and that's mainly because a lot of areas in this country have copper cables. They have copper cables running to your house, and that's what the internet comes through. The internet runs through the copper cables and it goes to your modem, things like that. Now, the reason why Google Fiber has just next to 0 ping, incredible high download speeds, and incredible high upload speeds is because they don't use copper cables. They use fiber. Fiber is a much faster way to get internet to your home, and they only provide it in one place, Kansas City, Kansas. And you might see people that say, "Oh, I have Google Fiber. I'm the best," and they are the best because they live in not a small town. They live in one big town in the country. They live in one spot in the country where the only place where they provide Google Fiber is Kansas City. So they live there. So anybody that has Google Fiber, you know where they live. They live in Kansas City. So that's where Google Fiber is. But if you were to have fiber coming to your home and providing you internet, you would have just as good internet as Google Fiber would. The only reason why Google Fiber is better than everyone else is because they use fiber. That's the only reason. Fiber is the best. And the reason why internet connection in most areas of the country isn't good is because we don't use fiber. We use copper. The cable companies or the internet providers, they are too cheap to provide copper. They're not cheap, but they're refusing to put carbon fiber or just fiber. They're refusing to put fiber cables under our streets and to our homes. Now, I know most areas of the countries don't have fiber, and to install it, it'll be a pain. It'll cost a ton of money. It will take a long time. I understand. But what you could do is just go bit by bit. Just start in larger cities. Or no, not start in larger cities. Sorry, you end with larger cities. You'd start in smaller areas, start putting fiber in there, see how it works. If it works well, move on to the next area, and eventually just roll out fiber throughout the whole country, and boom. Everybody has fiber. Everybody's good internet connection. We're probably the best in the world. GG. See what I'm saying? So the main reason why, and bandwidth has a whole, see, carbon fiber or fiber cables have a higher bandwidth than copper cables. They're able to handle more processes. They're able to handle more electricity going through them than copper cables. I would say at least 5 to 10 times more. I don't know if that's accurate, but the way I've seen Google Fiber work, it seems like it. So bandwidth issues are next to zero with Google Fiber. You can have all of Kansas City watching Netflix, streaming Netflix movies, and your internet connection will be unaffected. Whereas in other places like where I live, where you have Xfinity and everybody's using copper cables, you try to stream something, somebody's streaming Netflix in your neighborhood, your connection's done. You can't do anything. Well, that's the issue with internet connection in our country. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. All that helps me, just helps me so much. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have found it. I hope you have found it helpful to you. Hopefully it explains. Oh, I apologize for that. That was a very loud sneeze, I guess, on the mic. But I hope this has explained internet connection well, sort of. But hope you have a great day. Have a great day, everybody.